Salah satu subkultur yang paling sering disalahpahami di Amerika adalah fandom furry. Di balik kostum bulu, seni, dan meme, ada dunia identitas, emosi, dan komunitas.
Okay, so I'm from Amerika. My name is, or I go by the name Copper, same as my persona, and my persona is a fox wolf mix hybrid.
How long have you been part of the furry community, and how did you discover it?
I've been a part of the community for 9 years. I found a video on YouTube a while back, about 9 years ago, yeah, and I just thought it was pretty cool and creative. So I thought I would, do some more research, and I just thought it was really cool, and I've stuck with it ever since.
What are the motives that encouraged you to join the community?
I thought it was just very creative. There's a ton of people that do art and like make the suits and whatnot. It's just super creative, and I thought that was really fun. How people like take their creativity and make it, something that's just a piece of art, something real, and that was just really cool. That's what, my main thing when I joined it was the art was really cool, and I thought just people being creative like that, just really made me like I just really liked it. More or less, I kind of, my Discord banner is my persona with a shotgun, which is what I do. It's kind of silly, but I do competitive shotgun shooting, and so I thought that would be cool, incorporate it with that. But that's really the only thing that I kind of tie together with it. I don't really make everything, I don't make it, me, if that makes sense.
Do you feel being part of the furry community helps with your mental well-being or emotional expression?
I do. I feel like there's a ton of people out there that, go through a lot of the same things. And yeah, I've talked to a bunch of people in different servers, and they're always happy to help. You're not gonna find someone that like tells you to go away if you need someone to talk to. At least I haven't, but there's always someone out there for you in the community, and you're not alone. In this community, like someone's always gonna be there for you.
How would you describe the furry fandom to someone who has never heard it before?
Oh, okay. I would describe it as like a very open community. Open to whoever wants to learn about it, whoever wants to join it. There's a lot of stuff out there you can go and research and look about. Like it's not closed off. Like it's very open and like comforting. Yeah, so if anyone's like curious about the community, I encourage research on it, like sure you can hear one thing from one person and another thing from another person, but I really encourage like looking up your questions that you have about it, because you can hear a lot of negative things about it, but
Yeah.
most of the time it's not true, or it's not what it's all about, so I just encourage research on it.
I'm just my name's Faith. I'm from Florida. Just female, just kind of doing her thing. I'm an artist and a writer. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Not much to me.
Do you have a persona? Can you tell me more about that?
I do have a persona. Yeah, I do have a persona. She's a deer and a horse mix. And she pretty much just looks exactly like me if I was a deer.
Do you feel your persona represents part of yourself?
I feel like she's definitely based on me.
Ah.
And she can represent me in some ways, but she's not really like a part of my identity, if that makes sense.
How has being part of the furry community affected your social life?
It's been kind of interesting because I have a lot of different views that are different from a lot of furries. But I've interacted pretty nicely with the community, usually really sweet people, and it's definitely a very interactive community. So I've definitely been a lot more social because I can communicate with a lot of people who share the same interests as me.
What do you think are the biggest misconceptions people have about furries?
I think the biggest misconceptions are people thinking furries like think that they're animals or are attracted to animals. It's a big issue because there's been some big wig furries that have done bad things, so a lot of people think all furries are like that, and it's just bad representation. It's definitely not true for the majority of us.
Like what? Is it like something sexual or something?
Yeah, a lot of times people think that furries like animals sexually, or that they are only dressing up as animals just to be sexual, but that's like a small percentage of the fan, and it's definitely something I align with. It's a little weird, but you know, can't really change what people do. Basically, I describe the furry fandom as just a group of people, like a large, like interest of people who think that animals are cutesy and they, you know, they'd be fun to dress up as a giant teddy bear kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's just a fun way to yourself, like in a fantasy world. It's just like people liking like fairy tales and stuff like that. Just people who are kind of like animal lovers. You know, animals are cute and you want to be cute sometimes too. But basically, to anybody who's not a furry, just like, don't let the bad furries misrepresent the good ones. It's just a fun, lighthearted interest that doesn't need to be taken too seriously.
Alright. Oke, saatnya kita bahas. Apa itu furry fandom? Furry adalah sebutan untuk orang-orang yang memiliki ketertarikan kuat terhadap hewan antropomorfik dengan sifat atau perilaku manusia, seperti berbicara, diri tegak, atau memakai pakaian. Para anggota komunitas ini menciptakan karakter bernama fursona, yaitu versi hewan dari diri mereka sendiri yang mencerminkan identitas pribadi atau khayalan mereka. Fursona ini bisa muncul dalam cerita gambar, bahkan dalam bentuk kostum saat konvensi. Bagian besar interaksi furry terjadi secara online dan di platform seperti Twitter dan Discord. Anggota komunitas bebas mengembangkan dan mengubah persona, mengeksplorasi gender, dan membangun hubungan jangka panjang. Fandom bukan hanya tempat menyalurkan kreativitas, tapi juga sebagai sumber dukungan sosial dan rasa diterima. Mayoritas furry juga berasal dari kelompok minoritas termasuk LGBTQ+, dan banyak yang pernah mengalami bullying atau isolasi sosial. Fandom ini menjadi tempat di mana mereka bisa menjadi diri mereka sendiri tanpa takut dihakimi. Menjadi furry bisa berdampak positif pada kesehatan mental. Mengapa? Karena furry yang merasa diterima dalam komunitas menunjukkan gejala depresi dan kecemasan yang lebih rendah. Komunitas ini menjadi pelindung psikologis. Menurut saya, ini menunjukkan bahwa mereka memanfaatkan persona sebagai cara mengatasi stres, menenangkan diri, dan membuat diri mereka merasa lebih nyaman. Dan ini juga akan menarik lebih banyak orang yang mengalami kesulitan seperti stres, yang kemudian menggunakan fandom sebagai cara untuk menenangkan diri, tempat aman untuk berproses dan bertumbuh. Contohnya, seseorang yang pemalu bisa membuat karakter serigala yang berani dan vokal. Lama-kelamaan, sifat itu bisa ikut membentuk kepercayaan dirinya di kehidupan nyata. Cobalah menonton mereka di YouTube. Mereka sering mengucapkan seperti komunitas furry sangat terbuka, memperjuangkan perbedaan, dan nyaman. Bayangkan kau di acara cosplay seperti konvensi anime. Kamu mau cosplay Astolfo? Iya, ini laki-laki dan Astolfo karakter laki-laki, tapi penampilannya seperti perempuan. Jangan banyak tanya. Anyway, kamu ke konvensi anime dan memiliki penampilan itu, kau tidak akan dihakimi jelek. Seharusnya, mungkin ada, tetapi mayoritas di konvensi anime itu kau akan diterima, dihargai, dan juga ada yang mau foto bareng karena kau keren. Kamu merasa nyaman karena semua yang ada di konvensi anime ini mempunyai kesukaan yang sama, yaitu anime. Nah, ini juga sama dengan komunitas furry. Mereka merasa nyaman dan seakan mempunyai energi yang sangat besar. Film seperti Zootopia, Kung Fu Panda, dan anime berjudul Beastars sangat disukai furries karena mewakili identitas mereka. Furry bukan lebih dari sekadar kostum atau menjadi seseorang yang bukan dirimu sendiri, tetapi sebagai salah satu jembatan untuk bersosialisasi dan mengekspresikan kreativitas dan ekspresimu tanpa merasa takut oleh hakiman masyarakat. Walaupun ada sisi gelapnya, komunitas adalah sesuatu yang baik karena manusia adalah makhluk sosial. Jadi janganlah kalian hakimi sesuatu yang kalian belum mengerti sepenuhnya. Telitilah dan pahamilah terlebih dahulu. Kita sering cepat menghakimi sesuatu di internet tanpa melihat sumbernya dari mana, karena sayangnya kebanyakan kita mengutamakan kemudahan daripada kebenaran.
Truths are often, they don't want to be heard because important truths can be uncomfortable, they can be awkward, they can be exhausting,
impolite,
yes,
all that kind of stuff.
challenging. They can make people defensive, even if that's not the intent.